it's my turn now, and over to the lovely Joanne Wilson, who's we're going to be cooking her Nan's special Saturday snow pancakes with rum butter.
Well, just when I was a child, she would make pancakes. We'd go around to Nan's and she would make pancakes. And instead of the milk going in, the fluid, she would send me out into the garden to get fresh snow, if it had been snowing. And she put snow into the pancakes instead, and she swore that it made them really light and fluffy. And
oh, really? So let's take a look at this and we'll find out a little bit more about the history of these Nan's Saturday snow pancakes.
I do love food, definitely. It is part of our lives. But I think from a very early age, I was exposed to that because my mum's a good cook. My nan was fantastic in the kitchen, very traditional cook. And I've grown up with that. I've grown up with the fact that you make things and you make things from scratch. My nan taught me how to make pancakes. Obviously, it's very traditional. But the technique, you've got to whisk it right and you get plenty of air in. And it was a real treat when we went round to her house to have pancakes. She gave me a bowl and said, right, go out into the garden and get me some fresh, fluffy snow and we'll put it in the pancakes. Instead of using milk and water, you'd use milk and snow. And obviously, it was just really, really fluffy. It was really, really exciting. Rum butter is very important because it's a very traditional Cumberland dish, and I think it's really important that we pass down the history of food to younger generations and how it's evolved and how it's basically the landscape and the county that has developed those products.
When you cut it up, all the rum butter juices out, and when it goes into mouth, all the rum comes out, and it's really quite nice, sweet.
Well, it's far superior, and obviously it's a Cumbrian rum butter made in Cumbria. How more local can you have that?
So the overall consistency of the rum butter is dependent on getting the sugar nice and warm, yeah?
Yeah, because it needs to be nice and smooth.
Sure. Okay. Is that warmish for you? Is that what you? Yeah. Is that fine? And in goes the rum.
That's right. Pour that into the.
No, it doesn't seem like much rum for that big.
Enough.
It's enough. Just stir that in. Yeah.
Make sure all the sugar becomes wet.
All the sugar becomes wet. Whack all that in there. And do you feed this to your kids?
The older ones, yes.
Yeah? Oh, it all evaporates off. Don't worry. All the rum's gone in no time. And when would you use this sort of butter? Is this a special occasion kind of butter, or is it?
Well, traditionally, it was made for christenings, and it'd be made to help the child supposedly taste the earthen food of life. Sugar for sweetness, butter for richness, rum for spirit, and nutmeg for the spice of life.
Fascinating, this, isn't it?
And then it would be served in a special family heirloom of a rum butter bowl, and that would be served at the christening tea. And the first woman to put the knife in would be the next one smitten with a child.
It just keeps on coming out. There's more and more and more.
Are Joanne and I going to wipe the floor with wazza, or will it be Pansy's sweet potatoes that beats our rum butter pancakes?
So join us after the break to hear a little bit more. Welcome back to the People's Cookbook, where we join you in celebrating the story of food as told by you. And I'm here with the lovely Joanne, and we're cooking her Nan's pancakes with rum butter. Now, just made the butter, just popped it in the fridge, so it's time to get on with the pancakes. Sifted flour already in the bowl. We crack the eggs into there.
Make a well and put the eggs in the centre.
Okay, is that enough of a well? Yeah. It's not a very deep well, but it's not bad. Off you go. Get back over there, little man.
I'm watching you. Make sure you do it properly.
What would you know, anyway?
Because I'm good at pancakes.
I'm good at pancakes, too.
Sure?
This is pretty close to my recipe, too. Just going to start adding a little bit of milk, because we want to make really a nice paste of this before you start to add too much milk. And I'm going to... What we do, we'll just keep adding the milk until we get a nice smooth batter with this. In goes the butter slowly, a little bit of vanilla, and that's it. Then we let it rest. Okay. And the first pancake is quite difficult, normally. Do you sort of do it like this in the middle and...
That's right, and work it round.
Twirl it round. Ooh, see, I've done one or two of these before. It's a bit of a Saturday morning thing in my house as well. Have I done it wrong? I saw that terrible look at her face going,
I'll see how it turns out.
What did I do?
Paul, are you a good tosser?
I normally toss like that.
Look at that, I can see.
One.
Marks 1. 1 out of 10 for that one, Paul.
Well, while I'm perfecting my tossing technique, back to you, Olga.
Now, what oven temperature does this go in at usually, Pansy?
130.
130?
Yes.
That's quite low. And how long does it cook for?
40 minutes to an hour.
And it's greased. I've greased the bottom. I put a bit of greaseproof on, or
Fine.
parchment paper on the bottom. Do you mind?
No, that's fine.
You're OK with that? I'm going to put
Lovely.
that into the oven.
Should I try and toss one? Do you toss these? Because I find this impossible.
Right way round,
Paul, it's
right.
easy.
I find it...
There you go. Look at that. It's easy.
Whoa! Second attempt, but... There we go. We're just about to serve up. Are you ready?
Anytime, darling.
Well, let's see you.
There we go. Look, Paul, this cake is so moist, it's going to blow yours away.
It looks
Bubbles.
fantastic, actually. It does look terrific. Can you smell how delicious that rum butter is? Slightly spicy.
Keep selling it,
Creamy
Paul. You need every
pancakes.
help you can get. Mind you, you don't with this lot. They're in love with you.
Look at this.
If we don't win this one, I'm walking out.